The grounds of Kew is a series of 21 luxury residences. They are beautifully designed within a carefully crafted building that finds itself in a terrific location in the middle of leafy Kew.
Kew is a fantastic place to live. I mean, a lot of people would think of apartment living and relate that to the city, but obviously apartment living can be in the suburbs, and a leafy suburb like Kew gives a lot of people the best of both worlds. It's the sort of inner suburban experience often associated with housing, but you are in an apartment building, a beautiful apartment building with all the qualities and security of living in that sort of environment. So really, you're in the leafy suburb, but you're in the kind of advantages of apartment living, very often associated with city living.
The grounds of Kew is unique at several levels. At one point, externally, we have a building which is really designed to fit beautifully into its context. It's a really rich and layered building which reflects much of the architectural diversity of Kew itself. It's a beautifully crafted building. It's rich with its amount of materiality and detailing, from natural stones, externally beautiful precast concrete panels and porcelains. So it's a very rich and welcoming palette externally, and internally the apartments themselves are designed really to create very inspiring environments for its residents. So these are apartments that have really been designed as long-term homes for people. The building itself is sited with very generous setbacks to all of the street frontages and side boundaries, and what that affords the building is a very green environment in which it finds itself, which is terrific. That is not only a wonderful thing to look at, but it adds a terrific level of privacy and setback for those residents within the apartments. For these apartments, we've designed interiors that are really about quality. They're about palettes that are neutral, beautiful backdrops to what people might bring into the apartments. They're not palettes that people will get tired of over time. We have a few options on the palettes which we think are a really terrific opportunity for people to craft the way that they would like to live in their immediate environment. I think for those that are familiar with the area, they have an absolute understanding of how special it is and how rare it is as Melbourne gets busier. This is an area that will always be green. It will always have the incredible amenity that those that live there already know about. It is diverse and interesting, but it is peaceful, and it's a really great environment to live in. When people move into the grounds of Kew, I think that they can expect not only beautiful homes that they'll be moving into, but more broadly, really a shift in lifestyle that apartment dwelling will give them. Incredible convenience, clearly, a effectively maintenance-free lifestyle for those people that are seeking that, and also very carefully considered and designed home. So we have indeed worked through the planning and the design of each of these apartments very carefully to offer elements that we know that people are seeking and that are important, and they make the difference to people's lifestyles. It's important to look at the track record of the developer who is developing your project. In this instance, we're working with Beulah on this site, and Beulah themselves have a terrific track record of delivering luxury apartments to the market. They are a team which is very design focused and very quality focused, which we really enjoy working with. FK has an incredibly long track record at designing apartments. We've been designing apartments here in Melbourne and internationally and nationally for the last 25 years, and we're very proud of the apartments that we've designed.
I think there's a strong move in apartment living for an open plan type of experience. It's great because obviously it's flexible, it's a very free and easy way of living. On the one hand, it can be very casual, but on the other hand, it also allows for having the formal evenings, the beautiful dinner table with the views, etc. But day-to-day living, convenience, provided that the private areas of the apartment work well. There might be a different place and space for the master bedroom from the other bedrooms, guest bedroom, children's bedrooms. You can still have that sort of zoning, but in the main living areas, that kind of flexibility is very desirable.
So for the grounds of Kew, we have very much considered the context in which we find ourselves, the existing rich architectural fabric of Kew, and designed a building that we think will stand the test of time. And I think that's important for future residents to be able to understand that this is a building which we believe is a well-designed piece of architecture, and they can take a certain level of comfort, I guess, in understanding that it will be a building that will last.
I could not live in a house anymore. My life is about travel. We do a lot of international travel for the office, and the idea of walking out of an apartment, just closing the door, knowing that it's secure, knowing that there won't be any intrusions, knowing that when you come back, you just open the door, walk in, and there's your house operating for you straight away. I'm so committed to apartment living, and so many people in Australia, particularly these days, are feeling the same. They love apartment buildings. There's been a huge migration into apartments from houses. The lack of maintenance, the convenience to city or any other amenities where you may buy your apartment is just very captivating. The other great thing about apartment living is there's a lot of choice. You can live high, or you can live medium in height, or even low in height. And even in a high building, if you're a little afraid of heights, you can live in the lower stories and still have all the convenience and all the facility. So this particular project is medium, let's call it medium rise, and it's a closer link to house living, but it still has all of the attributes of apartment living. The convenience, the outlook into gardens, it's a beautiful area. It's one of those rare opportunities.